Well, hello there, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Um, how are we all doing? What is up? Yes, let's go. Andrew is in here with the first. Hello, hello. Hi there, Richie Rich. I know we're borrowing Mr. Smuckers for a little bit. I told my brother he can have Mr. Smoker's back once he wants to leave the room. Usually he'll like go to the door and start scratching, and then we know when to return him. So we have our little our guest, Mr. Smokers, with us. So welcome in, you guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm super excited. Today technically is kind of where I'm gonna try to start with my schedule. So we are playing Palia again, but like I said, I really want to finish it, you guys, so we can start playing Stardew Valley. So I might be playing it more than one day if I'm in the mood. Probably most likely Tuesdays and Wednesdays will be Palia after Macarena on Tuesdays. So we'll see. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. You're crafty today. Oh my goodness, Richie, what are you crafting today? What's your craft of the day? My sub? Wait, you made a sub? A submarine? Oh, I was like, you made food? I mean, making food is pretty crafty. Making a sub. A submarine. Okay, okay. I'm interested to see what it looks like when you're done, Richie Rich. Guys, remember in our Discord, we do have a section for pictures and life. That includes crafty stuff, art stuff. So make sure you post art stuff in there. I love to see it. You can just go on Jeff's server to see it. Well, that won't be until Monday. That's like forever. Just in. But I'll see it eventually. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna be doing day 10, and the word for today is gift. Yes, it's Devo time. Devo time. Bam. So, gift. Romans 6:23 says, "For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord." So the greatest gift of Christmas is eternal life through Jesus. Unlike earthly gifts, his gift never fades. It is free, undeserved, and everlasting. Yes. Amen. So the first question is, what makes God's gift different from others? Well, it is eternal and it can't be taken away. Once you got it, you hold on to that. You got eternal life through Christ once you turn to him. And it's the best gift ever, in my opinion. And then, how do I receive this gift daily? Well, by faith and gratitude, by trusting in him daily. And then, who can I remind of this gift today? Well, maybe someone who's searching for hope, someone who doesn't know who Jesus is, and they're looking for a little bit of hope today. Share that gift with them. So here's a little prayer. Lord, we just thank you for the gift of eternal life, Lord. Help us to treasure it and to share it with others, Lord. Let us not keep it hidden, Lord. Let us do what we're called to do, which is the commission of spreading the gospel, Lord, and sharing the best gift ever this holiday season, which is eternal life through Jesus Christ. Lord, we just thank you for today, and we just praise your name. We glorify you, Lord, and we lift your name on high. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Let's go. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Just a reminder, we are doing 25 days of Christmas devotionals. If you guys have missed any days, it is on our Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. And you'll get to read all the devotionals. I always post devotionals in there, so enjoy. Super fun, super fun. Okie dokie. Okay. It is time. Guys, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna accomplish the storyline. That's what I mean by finishing it, is the whole storyline, all the quests. Uh-oh. What? What, Alex? What? Welcome in. It is Wednesday. It is Palia Day. It is a thing. Thanks for waiting. You'll be home soon. Looking for love? If you're good friends with give a villager some chocolates, maybe love will bloom. I don't even know who I would even want to give chocolates to, you guys. Hello?
I don't want to interrupt, but when we get through this do it. So I think I did everything right in this time.
Okay.
But there's a queue on it, so I don't know why there's a queue.
Okay.
But I did everything.
Okay. I'll look at it, if not tonight, because you're probably gonna be streaming. And I'll want to go to bed before you get off, so maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, if not, you can just interrupt me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna interrupt my brother later. Okay. You see Smokers? He's on his cat cam. It's a heated blanket. Nope. Sorry guys, my brother. My brother is filling out the same health insurance thing that I'm doing to help with things, so I'm super excited for him to do it. We hope it goes well with you both. I know, I'm praying he gets it too, because it's gonna help super much. Super muches. Super muches. That's not even a word. Super muches. It's super muches, Smokers. Super muches. Guys, it's snow everywhere. I love it. Apparently it's 12 a.m. Does that mean I can find glow bugs around the areas? Because that would be cool. Find glow bugs. Or I can like put them on my list of things I need. Actually I might do that. Oh my goodness, someone fulfilled the copper. What did I need copper for, you guys? I forgot what I needed copper for. Well, let's look for glow bugs. These guys. Paper lantern bugs. I think that's it. Paper lantern bugs. We're gonna request like 5 bazillion of them. 5 bazillion paper lantern bugs. We're gonna request them all. Request all the paper lantern buggies. Oh yeah. I requested all the paper lantern bugs. Okay, now, there's a Christmas tree! Oh my goodness, there's a chest! I got a snowy small bench. Oh my goodness. I got things and stuff. I love that. Guys, that's so cool. It's not even lit up though. It needs to be lit up with more things. And a star on top or an angel. Everywhere go, tell it on the mountain. I feel like I'm on the outskirts of town and I need to go inside to go see what's on the bulletin board thing. This thing! That! Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm so upset that these thingies, you need gold starred cooking thingies. I bet the vampire crab would be pretty easy to get. I don't know what those spores are. A long nosed unicorn fish? Gourmet soup bowl. I bet I could make 10 gourmet soup bowls. Did you ever hear my Jack Skellington song? I do not know if I did or not. I gotta be honest. The winter lights tree topper, so cute. I don't remember. Did I ever respond back to you? You'll post it? Okay. Um, post it in Discord so I can see it. Oysters a quindu. Farm friends, the garden left leaf hoppers have been eating all the produce at Dia Farm. Help the Dias by removing them from the area. A leaf hopper. Um, fish stew. A local chef is working on a cookbook entitled Soups on. Prepare your favorite recipe and take note of all flavor notes. Fish stew, huh? Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember why I was here, so we're gonna go back to my house. We're gonna go back to the house. Do you guys ever like are somewhere and you're like, it literally happened yesterday, but you don't remember? I don't remember. You'll no say I do not know. Music and videos in Discord. Okay, awesome. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. Probably before I go to bed. I'll either respond or I'll respond in like what's it called? Like a reaction. An emoji reaction, and you'll know that I watched it if I respond with an emoji reaction.
Oh wow, didn't expect you.
Didn't expect you're at my house! What are you talking about? Didn't expect me. Pokey, you're finally home. I came over because I have news I can't wait to share. I found a secret cave in the Elderwood. That's so cool. I was out hunting for rock hoppers and I followed them to the old human aqueducts. Guys, I can't talk. It reminds you of a certain song? Ooh, okay. When I got there, I saw this huge crack in one of the walls and I saw light on the other side of it. I peeked inside and boom, the whole wall collapsed and revealed a super secret passageway. I followed it deeper into the cave and you'll never guess what it was. It was straight out of a storybook. What was it? I'd tell you what I found, but it ruined the surprise. You gotta come see it for yourself. I'll meet you there. I marked the cave on your map. Last one, there is a rotten pecky egg.
Bye.
Wow. You're becoming quite the miner. Why don't you stop by my place for a little chat and I'll teach you how to make a new smelter? Dear Pokey, here's a little something as your continued patronage. Pal, come spend it all in one place, mine. Hey Pokey, have you felt that chill in the air? Seen the snow on the ground? That means that it's almost my favorite time of the year, winter lights. I know you're totally brand new to the world, so you don't know what winter lights is. Anyway, it's a celebration where we light candles with those we care about to symbolize hope for a new spring during the darkest time of the year. Throughout the years, it transformed into a fun tradition where we eat food and share stories with the ones that we love. Since I saw you emerge, I thought it would be good to teach you what the tradition is all about. I sent you a candle. You can light it and swap stories with someone you care about or even those you want to get to know better. Helga told me that people used to bring a tree inside and decorate it for a holiday around this time called Frosttide. Seems a little strange to me, but I thought it might be fun to combine the traditions, so I sent you a tree. Maybe you can get decorations from the people you like candles with? Just a thought. You don't have to do it if it seems stupid, Gina. Aww. Oh my goodness. Have a wonderful winter lights and all that. I'll save you some time. There ain't no seasonal discount here. Instead, I devised a cutting challenge to celebrate the holiday Grimolkin style. I hid 7 gifts around the village for you to steal. I don't steal. If you tell me I can find it, it's not stealing, sir. See, where I'm from, we don't just give away presents. We steal them from each other. If you forgot these clues, you can check the book in my store to see them again. 1, staying hydrated by the inn's outer docks. 2 was headed to Imbra but slipped on the rocks. 3's by the pond and can't find its way down, while 4 is catching Z's on an office in town. 5 thinks it's hidden beneath a gazebo. 6 ain't eavesdropping. Ask Gina, she'd know. 7's the last, but you've got them all. Just look in the shadows by old Butterball. Man, I gotta go find thingies. Oh my goodness, look, it's a cute little mitten. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so cute. The little fox mittens. Why can't I wear them? Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Um, um, I want this. Where do I want this, you guys? Where do we want it? Right there. It's so cute. It has snow on it. That would actually be pretty cold. So that one I have to give to someone? Is that what she's saying? I have to give that to someone? Um... Okay, I don't know. Bully balls. Bully holes. Boil some soup. I bet I can turn these around so you don't see their face. Actually, let's do 4. Let's do 1 there. And then let's do 7. That's so good. I'm so skilled. I got skills. And they're multiplying. I like those because they're star nugs, but these I'm like, eh. Cute. Okay. And then it said that I got these things, so oh my goodness, people fulfilled them all. That means we can go talk to Hidari. I think we got them all. No, we need one more. I don't think I have one in here. I think we need one more. One more. Okay. So, yeah, I need one more. Wait, why is that? It's telling me to click this thingy. I bought this, me a circle water bottle and it's good. I really like it. Just make sure that you're drinking water a lot because eventually, if you don't drink out of the thingy, like mine has molded. I don't know why. Mine started to mold. So maybe when you're not drinking it, put it in the fridge or something. Is a suggestion because I don't know why it did what it did. So just be aware of that. I don't want to put mine for people to tour. Of course. I do love it. I think my favorite was the hibiscus one. Um, out of all of them, I really liked the hibiscus one. It was so good, the hibiscus one. Oh, it wants me to go to the village. I wanted to. Oh, I needed to make something, right? Hold on, let me do this. I think that goes in there. We'll take that somewhere, and then I think I was making a. Was it this? I think I have an oven, so I need the stove or something. And then I need to make another mixing, not mixing station, but I need to make another prep station or something. I can do that right now. That's easy. But what's the other one? You like the watermelon one? Ooh, the watermelon one is good. I do enjoy that one as well. Alright, so this should tell me what else I need. So I just need the oven. I don't know how to make an oven. Are we trying the lemonade one soon? Ooh. Where am I gonna put the oven? I don't got no room in my house. I might have to move my dining room breakfast area to like right here or something. Let's do that now. And then we'll put the oven over there. You know, I get to enjoy all that stuff, you know? It's okay. There. See? Now I get to enjoy my soup. See? Beautiful. Now I have my dining room there. And then, now... For now, until I figure out the other thing. Maybe this is... That's okay for now. Until I figure out the other thing. Okay. Let's go. Whee! Oh, I need to eat. For those who watch the VODs, one, thank you guys for watching my VODs. You guys are amazing. And two, you're missing out because I play music on stream. I know some of you guys don't have time to watch my streams when I'm live, or like you're sleeping and you just want to listen to the VOD going to sleep, but you guys are missing out if you're not in the live because we got some musics. Just saying. Pretty fun. Okay. Oh no! The Jinx escaped. The Jinx escapade. Is this what I need? I don't remember if I needed that or not. It says something about Gina. I don't remember what I'm finding. Unless it's like her place, you know. Hold on here. Let's do this. 3?
Make it quick.
If you're interested, want to light a candle with me? I was never a fan of candles. They are too dangerous for the books, so I guess I'll have to hope that this little stunt of yours does not burn down the library. For next spring, I hope every season to learn something new. After all, that is the best way to measure our life and knowledge earned. Also, just so you don't think I'm a curmudgeon, whatever that is, I've got you this. Hopefully it shan't risk burning any of your precious volume.
Stay out of the forbidden section.
There's a forbidden section. I bet it's in your room that I can't go into unless I'm friends with you. Just saying. Let's see what you got today. Cute little succulent planter. How much money do I have? Oh my goodness, everyone wants to talk to me. I have 284. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Filma in medium bottle. A large jug. You know what? I'm gonna buy a bottle. Because it looks cool. And that's the only thing I can afford. Oh my goodness, that's a cute glider! So cute. They have things here. Oh my goodness, they have the red present I need for $400. Winter light snowballs. The tree topper. Oh my goodness. I gotta unlock it by finding treasures. Ah. Flow infused wood. Wow. Zeki.
Zeki's got the best
Sorry if I fall
needles
asleep.
bar.
I'm exhausted from helping move. Hey, if you're lurking, feel free to sleep. That's what Moses does. Want to light a candle? Sure, but instead of telling you my hopes and dreams, I'm going to tell you about special Grimlickin tradition. During winter lights, all the kittens hang up socks by the fire filled with toys in hopes of luring Sandy Paws, the winter lights pirate. Sandy Paws will come in and try to steal the goodies in the stockings, but the kittens will have prepared the room with booby traps beforehand. Thank you for the alert, Andrew. I appreciate that. The kids who succeed are able to steal toys and candies from the fat old cat, and those they can't, well, they get stolen from. I know you're not a kitten, but there's some place to hang your socks in case you want to try to entice old Sandy Paws yourself.
Remember, Zeki's prices can't be beat.
Why are these people so funny to me? So funny. I guess I have to talk to everyone.
Oh, hello.
Oh, his lonely existence! Of course, I'll light a candle with you. After all, it's the season to celebrate the season. Richie Rich, hydration is important. Beep. Imagine if someone did that every time they took a drink. I'm gonna choke while drinking. Oops. Hydration is key. Thank you for the hydration. My wishes for next year are to join my family line and to quell the never-ending feelings of longing that hides beneath my bosom.
Oh, you're still here.
I want this cow. Can I have your cow rug? That's all I want. I just want this. I want an Oromu rug. I want this right here. This is all I want. And why do I just have snowballs? We're not even gonna question that, okay? We're just gonna move on with our lives. You know. I want the cow rug! How do I get this? That's all I want is a cow rug. That is all I would like is a rug of cows.
What's up?
Hi, Red. I knew you'd be back to see me. I tend to have that effect on people. I mean, he is a cook, so I do enjoy a person who cooks. Want to light a candle with me?
What?
I was so busy making food for the inn's holiday menu that I guess I kind of forgot to think of what to say if someone asked me to light a candle. Well, I hope that Tish continues to thrive in the village, and I hope people finally learn the value of a good lettuce soup.
Uh-oh. The soup's burning.
Fish tacos. A standard oven. Requires cooking level 4. This standard oven allows you to bake a wide variety of recipes from all over Palia. It's free, but I have to get to cooking level 4. What am I even at? What cooking level am I at? I'm one away, then I can make that one thingy. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm slacking. I'm slacking. Look, he has... I love how he has that, like, set up and stuff. It's so cute. Even he don't have the other thing. Well, he might here. No, that's just... What? You guys see the floating cup? Wow.
Need something smashed?
I can. I would like you to light a candle with me. The Winter Lights candle, it's been a minute since I've seen one of those. Hossy intends to light with his with Tao. Honestly, I don't really have many hopes for the future. I just tend to make things day by day. Amen. Day by day. Day by day. Fresh start over. Different every day. And Sifu was focused on making these bad boys for all the humans of the village. I heard about your trees and I just couldn't help myself.
Now, where was I?
Wow, thanks. You're cool. Okay. So who else am I missing? I know I'm missing a lot of people. Guys, there's a lot of quests today because I gotta talk to everyone.
How's it hanging?
You wanna light a candle? Don't tell anyone because I know it's totally basic, but I love Winter Lights. The food, the decorations, the stories, everything. But my favorite thing is lighting the candle and sharing my hopes. Let's see, what should I share? I think I'll keep my hopes a secret. A girl's got to keep something a mystery, right? I guess.
This was tons of fun.
Sure it was. Next.
How are you liking Kilima?
I love it. Want to light a candle with me? Ooh, a Winter Lights candle. That means I get to tell you my hopes and dreams. Let's see, what do I want for next year? I hope that next year I get to make more super great friends like me.
Bye.
That's so sweet! Oh my goodness! Tish is awesome! That's so sweet! Oh my goodness. Look at all these people. Well, let's do her next. Because...
At your service, civilian.
wanna light a candle with me? In the order, we don't really celebrate winter lights or other seasonal traditions, but I suppose I can indulge this once. And the next year, I hope to have discovered the truth behind why your people have re-emerged. I know many villagers hope for more joyous, less practical things, but accomplishing my mission will bring me much joy. Wow, okay. Hold up. Let me make sure that I have everyone. That no one's hiding. Well, where is he? Because he's not at the counter. I forgot about this place! Oh my goodness! Look, it's a dock. I didn't know Ref lived down here. Well, okay, I guess I knew, I just forgot, if that makes sense. Okay, who else? Hodari! Hello? Hodari? Oh, is he in here?
Huh?
Need something? Wanna light a candle with me? I've never been one of the mushy stuff, but I guess I'll give it a try. I hope the new spring brings prosperity to the mines and happiness to my little girl. Oh, I almost forgot. This is for you.
If you,
Thanks. Okay. I guess we'll talk to this person. I guess we'll talk to Ish. Ish. I don't want to talk to you, but I have to.
What is it?
What is it? Want to light a candle with me? I'll have you know I don't want a winter lights candle with just anyone, but since you were brave enough to ask, I suppose I'll let you know my hopes for next year are simple. I pray for things to calm down in our fair village. Okay. That made me, a little bit grow on her. Let's just say in past year I've learned why the phrase may you live in interesting times is a curse withheld only for the worst of enemies. Still I suppose some change can be welcome. Here's a gift for your tree. I wouldn't want to be rude.
Leave me to my duties.
See, that's why it makes me sad because she does that. Okie dokie. Is he upstairs? I bet he's upstairs.
Government work is best
Welcome to
done
City
in
Hall. My door is always
peace.
open, as always, is during my work hours. Want to light a candle with me? Oh, on Winter Lights Candle. I'm so excited. When Ash gave me hers, she told me to hope in silence. Anyways, my hope for next year is that I lose the uh mayoral election. Wait, why? Scandalous, I know, but it would give me more time with my plants, and Ash does all the real governing anyway.
Don't tell Eshe you saw me.
Okie dokie. Oh, it's Eshe. I was wrong. I gotta get this person real quick before he runs off somewhere. And he's gonna run off into the abyss and then I won't see him.
Speak your business.
Wanna light a candle with me? I'm honored that you chose to share your light with me. As a tradition, I suppose I must tell you my hopes for next year. Well, I suppose my greatest hope is that the people around here finally come to their senses about Choppa. Were you hoping for something more personal? What can I say? I'm a simple man.
Try not to cause any trouble.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Want to light a candle with me? Tao looks at the candle and you realize you have to light it for him. You light it and he wags his tail in excitement. Afterwards, he nudges you a round ball. Why is he so cute? Oh my goodness, I wish I had a carrot for you. He likes carrots. He chomps on them. Okay, got 2 more people to talk to and here, and then I think we have to go outside of Kilima for the other people. Is she in here? No, she's in here? She's in here.
What brings you back to the old farm?
Just so you know, our doors are always open for you. Want to light a candle with me? Seeing you with this candle warms more than just me hearth. It also warms me heart. Hopefully this little trinket will help warm up your home as well.
It's nice to have someone who wants to listen.
Thanks. Goodbye.
us do our best.
Let us wanna light a candle with me? Wowee, I knew you'd light up this village, Pokey. I just didn't know it was literal. Let me think. For this next year, I hope for a good harvest and for Della, I'm just gonna call her Della, and the boys to be happy. Don't leave so fast. I got a little something too. Hopefully, this will raise your spirits as much as lighting that candle did.
Looking forward
Mine.
to our next roundup.
Well, okay. Now. Ooh, Gina.
Would you like to communicate?
I would. Want to light a candle? I can't say I'm familiar with winter lights as the majority celebrate. I hope only for the oneness that comes from caring for Gina. But I did get you a frost-tied adornment. Please hang it on your frost-tied tree and think of me and my Gina.
Be good to my Gina.
Always good to Gina. She's so cute. Look at her.
I feel like there aren't enough hours in the day.
Want to light a candle with me? You want me to light a candle with you? Who could have pictured when I first saw you emerge that we'd be sharing this moment together? It's a tradition that we light a candle to say what we hope for the new spring. I could have said I hoped to finally complete my thesis, but now I guess I just want to help the humans, to help you. Oh, here, I almost forgot. I got something for your tree.
I might go for a walk.
That's so cute. I love it. Now I gotta run all the way this way to try to get her.
When will you tell me about your underground lair?
Want to light a candle with me? Of course I want to light a candle with you. Here's hoping the snowy skitterer brings fair tidings to you and yours, and doesn't eat your soul. Wow, that's nice.
I don't have time for people who only think inside the box.
Well, I wasn't even talking to you, Eshi. I'm gonna call you Esh, just because I don't feel like saying Eshi every time. And that's probably like a little name that he names, you know, like because, you know, husband and wife, and he's like, oh, it's my little Eshi, you know, but her name's Esh. So,
Welcome, Phoenix's child.
would you like to light a candle with me? Of course I'd light a candle with you. I hope that the dragon brings you and yours a joyous winter light.
Sure
Well,
you take time.
thanks. Now.
Enjoy the moment.
Oh my goodness. We gotta go there to... This is closest, I think. Oh. I was like, I can pick it up. Oh, is he actually up here? Want to light a candle with me? I'm happy to see you wish to include me in your holiday celebration. I haven't had anyone to light a candle with this time of year since my boy left for the capital. I hardly have anything else to hope for next year. This is all I wanted.
Don't be a stranger.
Don't make me cry. That's so sweet. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna do bam. It's faster that way. Turkey, let's go to the docks. We're going to the docks. We're going to the dark side now. I bet these don't even do anything. Like, I'm just throwing snowballs for no reason. So I'm just gonna keep throwing them because it don't do nothing. I'm just trying to waste them. I don't want them in my inventory. Hopefully I don't need them for later for like some quest or something. That would be crazy. Okay, let's go this way. Wee! No. My robotic friend. Hello. Hello.
You look as though you have something you want.
I want to light a candle with you. I see you have brought me a wax stick. I believe it is customary to express one's desires for the following annual cycle while lighting such a wax stick. Let us see. I desire to continue fishing and for you to enjoy this beautiful adornment.
Good. Bye. Is that not how humans close conversation?
Bye. Return home and see what happens next. Light candles with all 24 villages. Meet at secret cave. I need one more of that. Oh, it won't let me do that. Okay, well, let's go to the Bahari Bay. And on the way, we're gonna do rocks. And get some items from said rocks. Whee! I want a bicycle or to be able to ride a horse or something. I wish this was a box, you know? Like hitting it and then something happens, you know? But it's not. Okay. You look like you have something nice. And you? Probably just stone. Flint and stone! Okay. Because I don't feel like going all the way around, so I go this way. Okay, we got this. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy, joy, unspeakable joy, the everlasting King. Do 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 do. A do 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 do. Juma, I need to talk to you. And then maybe, oh man, I need the bug stuff. I need to sell things so I can get bug stuff so I can do the lightning bug thing. Because I don't think I can request anymore today. Yeah, see, everything's claimed. I need one more.
Hi. Hello.
I need one more. I want to light a candle with me. Really? You want to light a candle with me? Usually I just celebrate with my dad. Let me see. What do I want to share? Next year, I guess I'll just hope that my dad trusts me a little more. I hope that wasn't an overshare. I guess it was two hopes. Aww. I don't like tomorrow. But since I have to, I guess I gotta go light a candle with her. I bet this will get me there faster. Maybe. Okay, let's go around this way. What's this glow stuff? Sure, I'll open oysters. Don't I have a thing for like oyster or quindu or something weird like that? I need that anyway. So it will work out. I feel like she's like I gotta figure out how to get over there. I forget. Somewhere I'll be able to get over there. Like here? Question mark? Let me find this spot, maybe? If I go like across, maybe I can get over. That'll be nice. Where are you at? There she is.
What a pleasant surprise.
Enchanting to see you again. Want to light a candle with me. If you want to heat things up between us, I can think of some better ways than lighting a candle, darling. And if you're bringing me this because you hope to learn my secrets, well, you'll just have to try a bit harder. I don't want to learn your
Toodles,
secrets.
darling.
Bye. See you later. Peace out. 23. Who am I missing? Probably Ani, because he's in the forest. So I gotta talk to him about 2 things. That's probably who I'm missing. And I also need to buy things from him and probably see if I can sell things, but I probably can't sell things because he's a bug guy and I don't have bug guy things. I have Hadari things, probably. I got lots of rot. I know I need you! You're like my last one and I have nothing. See? I threw nothing at you. But I gotta buy more. Okie dokie. I got gold! Okay, our goal is to find whatchamacallit, and then Ani, and then head back home. Eventually. Okay. And then after we find Ani and get back home and do the decoration thingy, I'll probably end up raiding someone. See who we want to raid tonight after this. We shall see. Okay, we're looking for... Okay, let's go there first, I guess. Interesting. Visit those places to unlock. Okay, where am I going then? Why am I here? Hold on. Why am I here? What? Why am I here? Why is there a thing here saying I need to do something? I don't get it. I do not get it. Would you like to pay the pisky to unlock the recipe for elderwood couch? No, because I don't got it. Elderwood Demure Dog. Demure Dog. Demure Dog. Elderwood Demure Dog. I'm actually surprised I had 100 gold to do that. I need to sell stuff. I need to go through my stuff and sell it. I guess we're gonna go here. Maybe Ani's there. Maybe I'm supposed to go there first. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what to do with these, you know, these kids. Department of Logistics and Administration of the Army of the Palian Republic. Reporting Officer, Order of the Wall, Regiment 85, 12th Battalion, 2nd Company, Night Commander, Amari. Location unidentified, Umbreon, Site number 21. Day 0. Number 1. Task to investigate Umbreon outpost in the Elderwood region. Headquarters intel suggests location may be being used to base camp for Umbrian army. Number 2, company performed a thorough search upon arrival, but we were unable to locate any items or people of military importance. Furthermore, we were unable to find much at all. Remaining evidence suggests that all Umbrians, including civilians, evacuated the area prior to our mission. Number 3, Captain was given orders for the company to move on, but my team will remain to secure the premises in case the Umbrians attempt to reclaim the area. There is a small handwritten note taped to the back of the page. Given the circumstances around Commander Amari, I will be collecting his reports and taking them to the post at Adequate View Arch for safekeeping. Squire Nima. Okay, now what? The very next day, you gave it away. This year. Oh, I gotta search this area. Well, let's go that way then. Okay, so what am I looking for? What am I searching for? I think it just brought me farther away from where it was. Ooh, what's this? Upgrade your... I bet that's the Palia more stuff I need. Okay. Well, let's go this way. Now we gotta make our way back. Making our way downtown, finding the place where we have to go back. I don't know what I'm looking for. Find and read the next journal. Oh, that's what I'm doing. I guess I'm reading another journal entry. Department of Logistics and Administration of the Army of the Palian Republic. Reporting officer. We already read all this stuff. Mission is currently underway as planned. No one has threats and appeared. I have taken the time to supplement our rations with the Umbrians. Umbrons. I'm just gonna call them Umbreon. The Pokemon. Abandoned food stores at the vast quantities of edible local flora. Squire Nima has taken it upon herself to dismantle an ancient human flow reservoir. However, I have a growing suspicion that we are not alone. We are sounds outside the borders of our camp would describe as similar to a howl or a wail, but I cannot tell what animal species it belongs to. Certainly not the local agapu. I do not know. It's Umbrians, but I like the word Umbreon. Umbrians. I cannot tell what animal species it belongs to. Certainly not the local Apagu. I do not know why, but hearing it sounds a shiver down my spine as if I am back on the battlefield. I will attempt to make a recording to send back to headquarters. Palace Falls seems like a suitable location for audio capture. So now... Now we gotta go this way. Wait, how do I... Hold on. I'll get this one day. No, it's one of these buttons. I want to talk. No, I don't want to take a picture. There should be a thing where you can use... do you emote? Hey, like tea. Hey, like tea. Oops. Hold on. Tea.
Ha. You. So.
Oh,
Yeah. Woo.
Oh my goodness! That's so cool! um, I find a little crown. Wait, what does that mean? Is it in one of these special things? A tiny circlet that is too small even to be a ring for a normal sized person. Anyway, who does this belong to? Towel? Does it belong to the dog? Okay. Now is near Palace Falls. Palace Falls. The Fallen Aqueduct. Okay, so over here? Okay, this is apparently gonna take longer than I thought. That don't go nowhere. So now we have to go all the way around, you guys. I just fell down. That's lovely. Wee. Making my way downtown. Walking down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm just gonna pick these and sure, why not? Last time I did this, I just appeared somewhere. Okay, so eventually, I guess we'll have to be able to go that way? Question mark. But we can't right now. And I really want to do this, but I can't until I upgrade my axe, you guys. Because we need lots of those for a quest. We need like 5 pallium or something for a quest. don't know if this is gonna help me. Because I definitely probably can't climb that. So I need to go a different way. Okay, those things I need to remember not to go into. Because apparently they don't help anyway. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. Platinum. Platinum ore. Ooh. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Guys, I found a cool thing. My inventory is full. How lovely. What would I like to get rid of? I got Sandy Paws present. And a snowy Oromu wait. I gotta get rid of something. Goodbye, shoes. Yes. I got my rug! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited! Now, what else do I want to get rid of? Stone, I don't care about. Flint, I don't care about. I'll eat that. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited! I got the Oromu rug! Guys, that's literally, I was like, I really want this. Like, how do I get this? And then I ended up getting it. Isn't that crazy? Thank you, Lord. See, he cares about the little details. Okay, maybe I'll go this way. Wow. Okay, let's try going up here and going around this way. I don't know what this is, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay, do I need to go that way? I'm trying to get over there. I need to go over there. Well, this is annoying. Can I at least... No, I don't want to mine. Hold on. Let's go up this way. And then we're gonna go up this way. And then we're gonna go this way. And this should be the right area. I don't know what those are. I feel like I'm so far away. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere, you guys. A sacred flower? Is that what it wanted? Catch! Oh my goodness, it's a purloin! I also still have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing over here. Like, I was looking everywhere around here. I'm like, I don't know. I do not know. I don't see anything. I'm literally looking everywhere. Like, maybe it's in a bush. Maybe I'm supposed to do this. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. But no. I don't know what. Find someone who knows about bees. You got to ask a little more than you bargained for looking for honey. Ask around to see what you should do with a bee-sized crown. Ani discovered a secret cave and the elders will apparently meet at the secret cave. I don't know where this cave is. Apparently it's a secret for a reason. Okay. We need to go around and go that way anyway, so. Hey, let's go, Richie Rich! You got purloin. Purloin. Okay. We're supposed to go this way. $250. It's like a quest in itself in this area. That's crazy. Okay. I'm supposed to search this area. For secret caves. Which I'm guessing is back here. Sure. Have a flower. Take my pretty flower. Okay. Same reporting officer. Day 7 now, you guys. I have spent the past 4 nights trying to record the creatures in the woods. Every night, the howls grow louder and more plentiful. But each time I played the audio back to Squire Nima, she claims all she hears is static. They are closer. They are watching me now. When I look into the trees at night, I see glowing, hungry eyes. I cannot sleep. I think I found the location of its lair. I hear a growling through the crate on the ruined city walls. I must go investigate. still don't know what this one is for. I still need to find him, and I don't know where is the secret cave at? I don't remember. I bet I can't even get this one. It's probably gonna be way too strong. Gotta upgrade your tools. Upgrade them tools. Okay. Ooh. Enchanting runestone. A runestone carved with complex commands that imbue it with multiple effects at once, used when crafting a relic for the first time. I got a relic thingy! I really don't want to get rid of anything. Okay, I'll eat that so I have space. Or something, I guess. I kind of want to go back this way real quick and see if I can find what it was telling me to look for, though. Search for recipes. It says no recipes available, so how am I supposed to craft when I don't know? I'm so sad. I just want to know what I'm supposed to be doing here in this area. That's it. Oh, you have trading. Change clothes. Oh, you can do all that stuff. I think I like my outfit though, unless I want to go different. Not owned. You don't own none of the stuff because it costs money. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Wait. I want to change the pants to this different thing too. That. Or that. Does that look better or does that? Or I can just stick with blue. Ooh, the purple looks cool. I had to change, you know. I like my hat, so I'm keeping my hat. Nope. Whee! Ooh. That's pretty. I've never seen this part before. Well, I've never gone up here before, so. Do you have to give lotuses to all of them? You know, if I were a cave, this would be a pretty cool secret cave, you know? Right there. I'm just looking everywhere, because what if he's like, you know, the secret cave is like, obviously it's secret, so you gotta go find it. And I sure don't remember where I'm supposed to be looking for it, you know? I have plenty of chests, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. Okay. This is driving me crazy. I don't know which one it is that... Maybe it's this. Maybe I should just leave and go do the other thing. Whee! I like my new outfit. It's so cute. A flotato? What's a flotato? Is it like a potato that's in this area? Ah, Nima, thank you for your service as a non-commissioned officer. I know I could discharge you from duty, but I hope you'll leave this wretched war behind, just like I'm about to. The voices, they're all here now, and I think you were right. They're in my head. When I close my eyes, I see the faces of the people I fought, the people that I unalived. I think the only way to get rid of the voices is to leave the army behind, to leave everything and everyone behind. Roserade? What's a roserade? Army behind, to leave everything and everyone behind. To go it alone from here on out. I think I can make a suitable campsite at the edge of the woods near Bahari Bay. I will be fine. Do not come looking for me, Omari. At this point, a mysterious force blocks my way to enter the cave. I found the cave, Ani. Are you happy? I've traveled afar to find your little cave that you wanted. I thought this would be a fast, easy quest, but it's taking forever. Can't gather this right now. I just need to get to where I need to go without obviously going it. Wait, is this a really good fishing spot? Wait. You need a special lure? I don't know how to get over there. In this area. So in this area, I'm searching for something. It's probably up here. Hi, hi. How's the Palia? The Palia is good, Lil. How are you? I am searching in the wrong spot. I am searching in the right spot now. You go through the backpack and discover what appears to be something I can't hold because my inventory's full. Another sacred flower. Ooh, and a hunter's horn. Allows you to track rare creatures for 15 minutes. Okay. I'm getting too much good stuff, you guys. This is not good. I should have went home first before going here. You're having dinner before I go back to homework? Ooh, what's your homework about? Well, I acknowledge that my inventory is full, but I don't know what I want to get rid of. There. Are you happy? Okay. Yeah. Find someone who knows about bees. Meet at the secret cave. Where is the secret cave? Final project have to make a personal map. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Whee! Okie dokie. Loot. That thing. That thing. That thing. Those things. Those things. Those things. Those things. That thing. Those things. Those things. Contribute. This item contribution has been fulfilled. Wait. Okay. I contributed that. I did one thing. I don't know how to do that, so I don't know exactly what I need to do. I tried going over here and it's like, you don't got any recipes to craft a relic. And I don't know why this is still doing that. In the Elder Woods. Okay, apparently that's where I need to meet. Have you talked to Eloise after putting in the art? I just did it today. Like, I literally just did it, like, a second ago. I never did that before, so I probably do need to talk to her now. But I am trying to meet with, what's his name? Ani. That's the only reason why I came in here. I did all this stuff to meet with Ani, and I did all this other thing that it had me do, so. But now I guess I'm going to the secret cave to meet Ani. And then I should be done with this area for now. Whee! Eventually I'll get there. Why are you so cute? But evil at the same time. Ah! The hidden cave. Ooh.
How's it going?
Language. That's what I was about to say, Nao. What? I was gonna say shucks. Nothing wrong with that. It's a bad word. Maybe if you're like 5, what are you doing here anyway? You're as sneaky as you think you're not as sneaky as you think you are, Ani. I had a feeling you were up to something, so I decided to follow you. You know, you're not supposed to go off on your own and get into dangerous situations. Look, I can explain without me. And I can't believe you told Pokey about this place before your own brother. I'm sure Ani has his reasons. I sure do. Pokey is a certified adventurer, and adventurers should always be the first to know when there's a new area to explore. I probably should have told Nao first, but I guess I got too excited. Sorry, Nao. Apology accepted, but I'm coming with you. Okay, deal. Now, come on. You guys gotta see this. Follow me.
Gotta grab a snack.
Requires a key with an air symbol. The way is blocked for now. Look at all the secrets. If I stay for a while. Ooh, what's this? Earth symbol. Oh, you can unlock all these things. Wow. Small spore. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking around first, okay? Because this is cool. I don't think I can do this one. Nope. I knew it. Oh, I have to upgrade my app.
Are you off?
Look at that huge ship. Isn't it awesome? I'm still recovering from that slide. Am I getting old? Duh, you're just like super old compared to me. Anyways, that giant ship looks like a pirate ship to me. And pirate ship means treasure, and I think I even found where it might be. It's just inside the store. Come on. Wait up. Watch out for traps. We're going in the door. Into the hidden cave. Into the cave we go. Into the cave we go.
It's a good day to be.
What are you waiting for, Pokey? Let's solve this thing. Well, would you like to light a candle with me first? Oh my gosh, winner lights candle. Let me see. Next year I want to win the Bug Scout Championship. Join the order and get a plume puppy, not necessarily in that order. Also, I heard about your tree thing. It sounds super cool. Here's a decoration. I found this tiny crown. No way. That's totally a honey pisky crown. Oh man, I hope the Pisky Queen's not freaking out that she lost it. I've totally got to report this to the Bahari Bug Scouts. They're gonna be so jealous. There's a whole page on Piskies in the Bug Scouts guidebook. Do you want to know what it says? Yes, it sounds interesting. I knew you'd think it was cool. The book says that there's a bunch of different types of Piskies. Piskies are really smart and they like to live near other bugs. That makes them really good at camouflage. They take on traits of the place they live and the bugs they live with. But all of them are really supposed to like berries. Like, they name Pisky berries after the Piskies because they like them so much. Oh, I bet if you got a super good Pisky berry, you could lure out the queen and give her back her crown.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
How are you settling into valley life?
I'm doing great, Neo. It's been forever since I've talked to you. Sure thing. Let me get some flint. Light the candle. I hope it doesn't burn your finger. Wait, does that count as sharing my hopes?
Can't talk. Gotta work.
I mean, out of all of them, he's a farmer, a rancher, but I think he is with Kenyatta, or like there's a whole thing between him and Rhett, whatever his name is, and yeah, Kenyatta and Reth. Like, there's this whole thing. But he's pretty cool, if I might say so myself.
Hi.
See, I tried solving everything already, but I kept messing up. That's when I came to tell you about the cave. Hurry and solve it. I bet it's hiding treasure. I'd offer to help, but I'm terrible at these things. It's a map. so skilled. Jai, welcome in. I just came to read the cool stream title and then it's a bad time. Oh my goodness. I was focusing on the cool this. I solved it. X marks the spot. So the treasure chest didn't have treasure in it? It had something even better. A treasure map? Gimme. Say please. Fine. Can I please look at the map? This confirms it. I had my suspicions after you solved the slidey puzzle-y thing. But now there's a treasure map? It has to be a prism beard. Prim's what? Prim's beard. Don't tell me you don't know who he is. Now that you mention it, the name does ring a bell. Surviving finals week. That sounds about right. But you got this, Lil. You got this. Oh yeah, that dude with the beard. That's a prism, right? You don't know who he is. Figures. Primsbeard was the only most legendary Grimlican pirate ever to exist. He and his crew sailed across the sea, finding treasure, exploring ancient temples and dungeons, defeating monsters, and stealing from all sorts of rich bad guys. Arg. Arg, matey. We are a pirate. Of course, all the treasure in the world, Primsbeard's is said to be the most valuable of all. Sounds like a cool dude. Only the coolest dude to sell the seas. Legend says that his lost treasure is worth more than all the coins in the Republic's treasury combined. But even the most experienced of treasure hunters were never able to find it. Nobody's ever seen it before, or at least never lived to tell the tale. Of course, Lil. You're welcome. I don't get it. So does his treasure exist or not? Oh, you have a blessed night, Jai. Thank you for the lurky lurk. Nobody really knows, but the idea of something that valuable was enough to make literally everyone and their plumehound search far and wide. And we might have just found the map leading to Primsbeard's lost treasure. This is wild. This has to be a sign for Maji to embrace my true calling as a treasure hunter. Hey, you didn't figure this all out on your own. You're right. It's our sign. So all we need to do is find where X marks the spot, right? Yeah, Pokey, you've got a map of the Elderwood White, right? We should match it up with Primsbeard's and see what's there. If you find something, just give us a holler and we'll come running.
Bye.
Pisky berries. I need to collect golden pisky berries. Find where X marks the spot. You can open up the match from your quest pouch. Oh, now I gotta return home. I have to return home. Goodbye, hidden cave. Goodbye, cool thing. Wait, I want to take a picture. Because it looks cool. Sal, thank you for the lurk. Oh, that's what he was talking about. Okay. Let's see here. How do we leave this place? Ooh. Of course I couldn't get that one. Okay. Time to find my way out of the cave. Finding my way downtown, walking around, looking around. And I'm homebound.
It's a good day to.
You found something? I'm so good. Sorry. Starting blankly ahead, making my way through the crowd. You found something. Oh wow, that dirt pile looks way suspicious. Try digging it up with your hoe. Yeah, I'm gonna dig this random thing. Another pirate map!
It's a good day.
Another map. We better follow it. Come on, there could be something else at our heels hunting too. Hasn't this treasure been missing for hundreds of years? Yeah, but the stories always introduce a villain at the point who's already also looking. You gotta read a book sometime, Nao. I could, but Kalari always yells at me about getting Oromu dung on them. Anyways, I think I know where this one is. Race you there. I feel like it's over there. I think it might be over there. But I could be totally wrong. Oh, apparently I needed those anyway, so that's nice. Everything changed to all I need underneath the tree. I feel like I'm looking at the wrong spot, or I would have found it already. I marked here because of this ledge area. And then these two things. See, 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, 3 with the loopity loop. One, two, three. And there's one also here too. I don't think it's over here. I did this quest already. You want a hint? I'm gonna screenshot this so I can look it up better. Okay, so we're gonna do this real quick. Okay, so Christmas. For me. Loopy loop. Bam. I think I got it. So I found the most hilarious yet adorable Dr. Pepper blanket. I posted it in the video in Discord. Ooh, I'll look at it later. That sounds fancy, a Dr. Pepper blanket. Let's go, Soul Blaze. Yay! I did it! Central Stables. Central Stables. I'm not walking that far. Just saying it has a Highland cow. There's a Dr. Pepper blanket with a Highland cow. Oh my goodness. That's so fancy. Wow. I love that. Literally the other side.
Oh, wow.
I bet it's around here somewhere. Oh, I know. Look for hidden caves. Be careful. The ground's really unstable around here.
Talk tomorrow.
We found it! Okay. I'm screenshotting this one so I don't go back and forth again. That was driving me crazy. Let me move it over to this side.
Howdy.
Pokey found the spot, and it's another map. I'm starting to worry we're being sent on a wild pecky chase. No way, it's definitely leading somewhere. Come on. It better lead somewhere if I'm being on this late. I try to go to bed around like 12 to 1, you guys. But I'm also really awake right now, so that's weird. Okay. We're looking for... there. How am I supposed to get out of here? That works. That works. Oh yeah. Look at me with my cool unupgraded tools. With my cool unupgraded tools, you know? With my cool tools. Okay. Whee! A Clefable, guys! Everyone catch Clefable. On me. And I'll be home for Christmas. If only not in my dreams. And I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. And I'll be home for Christmas. Now that you found my spots hidden 3, return to the place where me face carved be. Speak out these words and receive your new prize, a fitting reward for Primsbeard's demise. Return to place where me face carved be. You think that means the sliding puzzle? That has to be it. Come on, let's go. You mean I got something right? That was over here, right? Yay, I caught a Clefable! Der Murdoch. Der Murdoch. Der Murdoch. Der Murdoch. The Murdoch. The Murdoch. We're going to the Murdoch. Guys, some of these names are funny to me. The Murdoch. The Murdoch. Get it? The Murdoch. I don't have enough gold. Well, can I sell things? So I can go without walking? Please? There should be a shipping container in Elderwood. Can't sell. I don't want to walk all the way over there. Should I go back home first and just do this next time? We were at so close, but I gotta get rid of some stuff in my thing and get money, and then we can go travel there again. I think it would be better. Long, long ago. Wonderful time of the year. Of the year. So I was handing out all the candles. It was fun. Whew, I'm glad you liked it. I was so afraid you wouldn't. So now that you like it, do you want to light a candle for me? Lighting a candle with you would be nice. Really? That's good. So what are your hopes for next year? I want to be rich. That's crazy. I want to solve the mystery of my existence. I want to go travel to a new land. I just want to chill. I want to solve the mystery of I mean, out of all of these options, I guess we're gonna solve the mystery of, or no, I don't know. I want to go travel to a new land. Smokers, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. I forgot my brother's cat was in here. Mothers. Come here, baby. Come here. My baby boy. Come here. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Oh, good boy. Good boy. We're gonna be rich. A very straightforward answer. There are a lot of ways to make money about. You know why I say rich? Because then I can buy more things in Palia. You know, like I want to be able to actually buy things for my house. You know, and for other people for gifts. And it's just out of all those options, that was like the best one. Why are you so cute? I'm probably gonna regret doing that. Because I'm allergic to, but I don't care. A very straightforward answer. Maybe you could try fishing or bug catching. I heard certain baked goods can go for a lot. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but you probably have a lot of other things to do. Why don't you take this bigger candelabra in case other people stop by to light candles with you? Oh, and have a wonderful winter lights.
I might go for a walk.
I might go for a walk. I might go put this stuff in here real quick. Oh, Smokers, why are you so cute? Oh my goodness, yes you is. You're a cute boy. Oh, yes you are. I need need one more. We need that 4 thing. We're gonna put all this stuff up. We're gonna put all these in. This I'm gonna use for a thing. Oh, yeah, you good boy. Yes, you are. You good boy. Oh my goodness, Smuckers. Oh, you good boy. Yes, you are. I love you too. Yes, I do. Why are you so cute right now, guys? You're so cute right now. Yeah, you do, boy. You're so cute. He's Kirby. Why is he so cute? That looks like pepper or salt and pepper shakers. You know? Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Um. Okay. And then we need 2. Okay. Love your life. Love your life. It's so cute. Okay. And then 8. Ooh, it's so pretty right there. Why is everything so cute? Oh my goodness. Like how cute he is. He's just chilling here. Okay. He leave me. As soon as I do that, he leave me. He's like, oh, they see me. I must not do whatever. I know, he's so cute, Mr. Smuckers. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. No. Hello.
Come for some harvesting tips?
At my house?
Oh.
I was taking a walk to clear my head, and I guess I ended up here without thinking. Silas, good to see you. Need anything lifted, carried, or repaired? That's my kind of guy. Still, it's good to see you. Need any? Yeah, yeah. I might as well be useful to someone. Your company's enough. I don't know if I'd be fun. I've got a lot on my mind. Kenyatta and Mom still haven't forgiven me for last time. Well, I'd forgive you. Just saying. I really let them both down. I want to make it better somehow, but it feels like nothing I do makes a difference. I'm Palia's worst son and boyfriend. Oh no, he's with her. I forgot about that. I still like you. You do? I like you too, Pokey. It's good to know I haven't disappointed everyone yet. See, the only bad thing, though, is I wouldn't be able to grow my relationship with him unless he broke up with Kenyatta. Because that's no-go. I'm loyal. Mom keeps acting the same, but I know I let her down, and I know Kenyatta hasn't forgotten about it. Could you check in on them for me, maybe? See if there's anything they need? I can make this right. I just need your help figuring it out.
Back to helping out.
I guess so. Okay, we need to go through this and see what I can sell. Because I got nothing. I got nothing. Do we have any, I do one of those. Technically, I gotta do two of those. Um. Um. I wish you can sell those. Oh my goodness, a copper teapot. Oh, I have tons of these. Um, under the mistletoe. You, with you. Oh, I need these for, I need these for something. so slow. Okay. 2,000 is a good start, I guess. Okay, let's see. What do I need? Light candles with at least 8 villagers and learn their hopes and dreams for the coming spring. Villagers. Okay. I think this is a good time for raiding someone. Because I'm tired and I usually go to bed at like 12 to 1-ish. Unless I can't sleep, so. And I got lots of Christmassy things going on, so. This week, next week should be okay until like the 18th, and then obviously Christmas, which will be probably taking a break. Those days. Probably the 23rd through the 25th will be taking a break. So. But I'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, if you're in Discord, you'll know before other people. We're probably gonna raid our friend Keeper because she's playing Palia right now, so she'll be a good person to raid. I know we're all probably sleeping, but here's the raid message. For those who want to copy it, it would mean a lot to help raid with me. So we'll go ahead and do that. I appreciate every single one of you guys being here. You guys are amazing. Also, Smuckers wants to go back to my brother, so we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and read our friend Keeper. Like I said, she's playing Palia right now, so we're gonna go visit her. I don't remember if she's family friendly or not. I think she's okay. But just be aware, just in case. Because just because I'm family friendly doesn't mean other people are. But we go out and raid and show the love. So I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Let's raid out.